Hi Book Press, thanks so much for joining me here for the second night of my Bookversary celebration. I hope you're having a lot of fun this week and finding some good deals as well. So I wanted to talk to you tonight about another thing I love about Usborne Books and More, besides the fact that it's really fun, and that's the finances of it. When I joined, we were doing okay financially, just kind of pinching all the pennies and scraping by, but we were both tired of that and trying to figure out a way to move past that point financially, and Usborne Books and More has definitely played a part in that. We have paid for Christmases, we've paid for birthday presents, we have put lots of money in savings, been able to go on trips that we wouldn't have otherwise. I earned the company trip to Punta Cana for this summer, and although I couldn't make it because of our foster care situation, I was still able to take that money from the company and take Victor on a trip to Colorado, just the two of us. So it has been a really wonderful financial boon for our family as well, and taking us a little past the point of pinching all the pennies into a little bit more freedom. And so as we are learning how to make this business do even more, we're also really enjoying learning about all kinds of other things from Usborne Books and More. And today I wanted to tell you about my favorite nonfiction picks. So first is our Are You There series. This is for your little ones who are a little too young for flap books. It's just so sweet and engaging. You have to try to find, in this case, a little elephant on each page, and it's a fun seek and find with finger trails and peekaboo holes to look through. I really love this series. Similarly, for our younger kids is our very first book of things to spot. This is At Home. I have used this with Corbin and with several other kids as well. It's sturdy pages. I love that there's some questions asked on each page, and not just find the blue hat, but can you find 3 mugs, or which plant is the tallest? So a little bit different level of thinking, and so much fun. Our very first books of things to spot. You probably all know by now, but our Peek Inside collection our series is definitely one of my favorites. Maybe my favorite. Don't really like to get boxed in a corner and pick a favorite thing, but I love our Peek Inside series. And our Peek Inside Space book was one of the first ones that called to my heart because I love sci-fi. I mean, I love real space too, but I love sci-fi. And so this just appealed to that in me. And okay, this is my favorite page in case you haven't seen it already. We get to put the little astronaut's suit on with those flaps. Isn't that amazing? I love it. Okay, so that's our Peek Inside Space. I also love Peek Inside Nighttime, and then our Peek Inside a Fairy Tale books are perfectly wonderful. But for nonfiction, Peek Inside is great. This one, What Are Germs? This, I think, has saved a lot of sickness in our house. Corbin has just clung to this, been drawn to this idea of germs and understanding how they're passed around. He is so conscientious. Now, I know that may just be a Corbin thing, but I think this book really has a lot to do with it, and with understanding that germs get spread if we don't clean up well, if we don't wash our hands, if we don't cover our coughs and sneezes. So this is an excellent one if you don't have it. This is our very first questions and answers book, so it's for the youngest kiddos, but it would be excellent just as a review for any age. It's helped a lot in our house, so I love this one. Okay, next is our beginners books. These are hardback books with just regular paper in it, so we're moving up the age scale a little bit. This is the Young Beginners, Woodland Creatures. Just a little bit of information about each different kind of creature on each page. And then this is the Beginner series. So when Corbin found he goes to a learn and play group, and they have purchased some of our Usborne Books and More books, and when he saw this one as an option to take home with him one day, he just had to have it and sat there and read it in the car on the way home. So excited. So you really engaging pictures and illustrations, so I love our beginners books. Now this one is so surprising. I haven't even read this cover to cover, all the sentences, but just on the second page, I learned something new. And I will tell you right now, so you will know it and be one up on me, but did you know, let me find it on here, elements 113 to 118 were officially discovered in 2015 and named in 2016. We have nihonium, flerovium, moscovium, livermorium, tennessine, and oganesson. Sorry, science people, for butchering those names. I didn't know that they had just added 6 new elements to the periodic table. That's something I should know, right? I was a Scholars Bowl coach at the time. Didn't know it. So, beautiful way of illustrating the different types of elements and what they do, and we've taken this and used it with our Scholars Bowl kids, so in high school. Super, super helpful resource. I love this periodic table. And I couldn't end talking about our nonfiction books without showing you our geography encyclopedia. This is one that I got with my rewards from my very first party, my launch party. Some of you were there for that. Say hello if you were there for that. I know this isn't live, but you know, whatever. So I just had to get this one. I'm terrible at geography, but I love learning about different climates and cultures, and I do love learning about geography. I'm just really bad at it. So I had to snag this, and now this one, you see, it's seen a few better days. The binding is starting to come loose because this is our map book. And so Corbin has to run over and find, we love just sitting and poring over the maps. So that's another favorite in our house. We have the full-size version. There's a smaller version that's cheaper, but I love the sturdiness of this and how big it is. So those are some of my favorite nonfiction books. As we continue to celebrate my second bookversary, remember today's super awesome one-day only sale is when you spend at least $20, only $20, then you're gonna get 25% off the most expensive item in your order. So that's a really great deal. So be sure to take advantage of it before midnight, and I will see you right here again tomorrow night. Bye.